Hello, everyone. This is Tamu Gonzales, the Pitmaster for the Big Bib Barbecue here in San Antonio, Texas. And I am on the Black Smoke Barbecue Podcast.
The Black Smoke Barbecue Podcast is brought to you by Harder Charcoal, where quality meets taste. Get yours today at hardercharcoal.com and use the promo code BLACKSMOKE to save.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live, and this is the Black Smoke Barbecue Podcast. I'm your host, Brandon from BKC Cooks. Y'all, again, this is Black Smoke Barbecue, where barbecue is not just the code we live by, it's the culture we embody. Make sure you subscribe right here on YouTube, anywhere else you get your podcasts, and get on over to Patreon. Yes, we have a Patreon. Get over there, get yourself a membership. You get access to all types of exclusives, all types of shows, clips, and content that you won't see here on the YouTube channel. And we also have Black Smoke After Dark, where we have a lot of fun. We get a little ignorant. It's not for the kids, but trust me, we have a real good time, y'all. We have very special guests with us today, but we also got some brothers here from the crew. I'm going to go around the panel, talk to everybody, see what's going on. We're going to start with our editor-in-chief, Charlie from Maverick Barbecue. Charlie, what's shaking, bro?
Hey, man, let me tell you, I am so happy that Labor Day just passed and it's getting cooler outside because I was tired of that heat. It was killing me, literally killing me.
It ain't getting cooler here, Jack.
Sorry.
It's smoking hot, man.
How hot is it?
It was like 100 something yesterday. I got in one spot, man. The car said 108, so ooh. It's been rough, but
that's like a 3-shower day right there.
Yeah. And I was out here on the acres, man, doing a little work. So yeah, it was a hot and sweaty day. But what I tell folks is you can't shovel sunshine, so I'll take it.
I know that's right. Oh,
what'd you do for Labor Day, man?
So I know I posted on the Patreon. Shout out to all the Patreon people out there. We were trying to do surf and turf. I wasn't sure what to do, although T and I talked about a whole bunch of stuff that we plan to do for Labor Day on the past pod. But my wife, she has some a crab boil going, and I was like, I really want some lamb. So Costco had some really nice shoulder chops. So I put those on the Weber kettle and just hang outside with the dog, and it was nice and breezy and cool, and we were just vibing. So, hey, Labor Day was good, man.
Hey, listen, I know one thing. Y'all better stop mistreating that puppy over there.
He's spoiled. He's so spoiled.
Who made him that way?
I'm not taking the blame for that. I'm blaming somebody else.
You go put it on American It's way. Only one other person. I know you're not putting it on Mama out here on the internet. So I know you're not doing that.
No, I ain't gonna do that. She might cut me. I ain't gonna do
that. That's good stuff, man. Next up, we got our brother Alton from Dog Violence Barbecue. Al, what's going on, bro?
What's going on, brother? How you doing?
Man, I'm fantastic, man. Fantastic. Had a good holiday weekend, man. Barbecued a little bit, man. Some family in town. So, yeah, all is well, man.
I hear that. But you know what? I didn't get to cook on Labor Day.
Gasp.
Yeah,
I clutch my pearls. What happened?
I had to work, man.
Y'all,
for whatever
reason,
you
and this pesky job of yours. What is...
Well, if y'all stop acting like you need air conditioning and electricity and whatnot, then I'll be cooking all the time.
I'm going to make you a deal. I'm going to go solar. I'm going to go off grid. Then you can get rid of that pesky ass job of yours.
Yeah, that estates you in, you probably do take up a whole lot of the energy on the grid. So if you went solar, I'll probably get a few more days off.
It's a win-win, baby. It's a win. I mean, the acres require power, baby.
This is true. Hey, but I will say this. I did get to start up a little series, and the little series is based around what? Football season, baby, is back.
It is indeed
Football
back.
Season is back. I mean, I ain't hating on baseball and all that. I appreciate y'all, but football is where it's at.
Yeah, man.
We just hosted a little get together this past weekend. You hosted
a Micah party?
Hey, man, look here. All I know is the media happens to be in love with these Texas Longhorns. So we had a little, Ohio State and Texas Longhorns little meet up here, and we got to hanging out watching the game and watched Ohio State do what they do.
Yeah, they got that ass is what they did.
They did a little bit, but you know what? And I'm gonna let T take on this one, but we 48 hours away from watching them Eagles do something to these Cowboys, bro.
Yeah.
Wah-ha!
Fly
I'm
birds
ready for
fly.
it. I'm ready for it. Come on with it. But anyway, hey,
Go
but I started
Birds.
the series, man, doing some football foods.
Okay.
So the first one we did some ribs, man. We did party ribs. But we hooked it up with our brother Pitmaster cheese. We used that hot garlic lemon pepper.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, we did some party ribs with that, and then I released a video today where we actually did some pulled pork with a chipotle coleslaw sandwich.
Haute cuisine.
Man.
Look at you.
Look here, bruh, getting into it, had that stuff dripping all down the elbow and all that. Got into it, bruh.
Now let me ask you this real quick
Go
about
ahead,
this
go ahead.
coleslaw. Do you eat coleslaw outside of it being on a pulled pork sandwich? Like just as you raw dog it as a side?
I mean, I have. I'm not gonna say it's my preference.
Uh-huh.
I'll eat it with something, but yeah.
The only way I'll eat coleslaw is on a pulled pork sandwich.
Yeah,
that's
nothing
it.
wrong with it.
That's the only way.
You got to mix it up a little bit, man, and do some things with it, and not just do just a regular coleslaw. Put some other flavors into. Like my man, God rest his soul, John Brotherton used to do a wasabi coleslaw.
Oh, I bet that was good.
Dude, had ramen noodles and stuff in it and all that. Yeah, man, he hooked it up.
Okay.
He hooked it up. So, coleslaw has some potential. You just got to coordinate.
Yeah, with the mushrooms.
Yeah. With the mushrooms. Man, get on from around here with that. Get on from around here, Brandon.
Last but not least, we have our resident poet, T from T-Dub Barbecue. T, you ready to watch them birds fly? What, man?
Yeah, man. I'm ready for football. Honestly, I don't care who's playing Thursday. I just want to see some football. But it just puts the cherry on top because it's the Eagles playing the Cowboys. So you know how that goes.
Defending world champions against the organization who is determined to torpedo their season. Every season.
Land of misfits.
Brother. Everybody was like, oh, a deal's going to get done. I knew Micah Parsons was out of there because it's on brand for the Cowboys.
Yeah.
It is absolutely on brand. And you know what? All they doing is helping y'all repeat, brother, because
we'll take it.
And then he tried, oh man, Jerry Jones, Al Davis 2.0. He leaned into it and was saying that getting rid of Micah Parsons and getting the other guy was going to make them a better team. And it's no shade to the guy. I forget his name. Kenny Cook, I think his name is. Very solid player. He's a Pro Bowler. But, bro, he's no generational talent like Micah Parsons. And a dude in his 30s. Like, he ain't busting no game wide open the way that kid will. Like, Jerry is absolutely demented.
Dude, that was a fantastic trade. I don't know what you're talking about.
It was for the Packers.
Yeah.
It was for the Packers. You gave them 2 low-round draft picks. The Packers haven't had a top 10 draft pick in over 20 years.
Hey, and who did they put out of the playoff picture the last couple of years?
That would be the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay, I'm just checking.
Ain't that hard.
I'm just checking.
Now, we had Labor Day just 2 days ago? No, yesterday. Yesterday, y'all. As we're recording this, Labor Day was yesterday. And like I said, I had family in town. My daughter came in. Her first time visiting me in Texas. So we did it up, man. I did some ribs, a couple types of chicken. And I did a pork belly, but I cut it up in cubes. And, man, I did the soy and the sesame and garlic. and smoked it. Of course, heavy 16 mesh black pepper.
Of course.
And man, smoked it, got it nice and beautiful crust on it. I threw it in the pan, braised it with a little chicken stock, and I made this pineapple and soy glaze.
Ooh,
good grief, sir. Good grief.
Hey, I'm checking my phone. I don't even see the. I didn't even see the invite, bro.
Bro, it disappeared. Look,
y'all was getting it in.
Them little cubes. Well, not little cubes, but big cubes. But they was like little pillows, man. They were so damn soft and just luscious. Yeah, I'm running that back this weekend, dog. I got to, I got to see where I went right, because that stuff was good.
It sounded like it.
It was, man. I was very happy with it, and it was the first time I made pork belly for my wife. You know, I've done it in the past, but she can be a bit picky when it comes to barbecue and stuff, and so had her try it, and she was one of those like, whoa. I was like, oh, you like that, huh? She's like, yeah, you got to make this again. So if she's saying that I already know it was damn good.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Well, fellas, we got a very, very special guest with us, y'all. And a whole bunch of accolades and somebody we're excited to have on the podcast with us. So let me talk to y'all about who we got on with us today. So this young lady is the Pitmaster and general manager at Big Bib Barbecue. They have locations in San Antonio, Texas, and also New Braunfels, Texas. And they also have locations in the Alamo Dome, which is the big stadium in San Antonio where the Spurs play and all types of concerts and all that good stuff. She started her career as the cashier there at Big Bib, and she worked her way up to Pitmaster. And she's known for exceptional food quality. She focuses on impeccable cleanliness, which I absolutely love. She loves to get 100 health scores and inspections. And her mantra is, if I don't eat it, I don't serve it. And I love to hear that. She's overseeing service for Final Four at the Alamo Dome, cooking over 3,000 pounds of brisket across 5 pits. That is no easy feat. She's been featured in San Antonio Woman Magazine, Elder Eats on KSAT, and San Antonio Live. And she is recognized as one of the few female pitmasters, and more importantly, one of the few Black female pitmasters here in Texas, y'all. And we want to talk about everything she's doing down there in San Antonio with Big Bib and everything else we can find out about this fantastic pitmaster. Everybody, let me introduce y'all to Tamu Gonzales of the Big Bib Barbecue. Miss Tamu, we are so excited to have you here with us. How are you?
Right. I'm doing great. And I heard y'all talking about football, so I'm going to be like, go Ravens.
Go Ravens?
Hey, I ain't mad at the Ravens.
Yeah, I ain't mad at the Ravens either.
I'm a Lamar Jackson fan, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Lamar is the man. I know T doesn't want to hear it, but I hope he gets his Super Bowl this year.
Yeah, that's what
I wouldn't be mad. I like him too. Yeah, I wouldn't be mad.
Wait, there's no support for Dak Prescott?
No.
Nah.
Straight blasphemous.
He had his chance.
No, Dak's window has gone. Like, it's over with, man. It is over with, brother. So, Miss Tamu, started off as a cashier, worked your way up to Pitmaster. You got to tell us what happened in between here.
Well, when I first came in to the Big Bib, I only wanted to just work like bare minimum hours. And from there, I went and I was like looking at the guys in the back, and I seen that's where everything was, all the work and everything was. And I was just looking, but I worked in food already. So when I was looking and seeing what they was doing, I was like, man, I can do that. I'm like, I can do that. So I actually taught myself to cut. So first, I taught myself to cut meat.
Like on the board?
Yes. Actually slicing meat, with the knife and everything. So I went on there, cut a lot of these babies right here. Ain't no going to no doctor, ain't no stitching, nothing. No, yeah, take it like a G.
That's right. That's right.
That's right.
Yeah.
We got meat to serve. We ain't got time for that.
Put some cold water on it to keep it moving.
Cold water, keep it moving. Ain't no crying in this. So when I went back there and then I got good at cutting. So that took me time. It took me time to perfect it. And then I headed on back there where the pit was. And I just kept going back there and there was, oh, get her there. What are you doing? And Mr. Stanley would come and he's the owner of the Big Bib. He's like, what are you doing back here? And I said, I just want to see what's back here. I want to learn it. No, come on from back there. You're going to hurt yourself. And so I went back out there. He kept catching me going back out there to the pit. And then he just told me, he was like, man, we're not going to get her from out of there. And so he said, okay, you're going to wake up early in the morning. I'm going to show you how this is going to really work and see what you made of. So it's like, I want to say it was 5 a.m. And he told me to come, and I was like, 5 a.m? And he's like, yeah, 5 a.m. Let's see what you made of. So I went and he told me to load up a pit. And I'm thinking backyard, 3, 5 briskets. No, I'm sitting up there loading 50 briskets. By the time I got to probably the 8th brisket, you can feel the burning in my nails and with the seasoning. And I'm feeling these heavy briskets because in this business, these briskets are like 15, 20 pounds at that time. And I'm only 4'11", $105 soaking wet at that time. And I'm trying to load up 50 briskets. And so when I got them on there, by the time I got to the 8th or the 10th one, man, my little arms start shaking. And they were like, no, this ain't for you. But because I was told that, and I had a little tear in my eye, and once went down, I was like, oh, no, they can't see me crying. And I went back the next day and went back the next day. And then Miss Stanley was like, she's not going nowhere. Let me train her. And then I went back, and then that's how I got started.
I love it. I love to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
So to make you do all that, and I know you said you saw that all the work was going on and all of that stuff back there, but what was it the smoke? Was it the final product? Was it just seeing the process? What was it that made you stick to doing all of that hard work?
When my dad was alive, when I was a little girl, man, barbecue, my dad was, oh my God, my dad was great. My dad was great with it. And I'm talking about it tasted so good. And man, as a child, your family, cousins, everybody was there. And I always wanted to, do that with my dad. And my dad would put us out there and he'd be like, go get the wood. And oh my God, it was just bring back so many memories for me. And because my dad is now passed away. And I remember my dad wanted do his own barbecue thing. And so what I did was I'm carrying on what it was that he wanted to do.
I love it. I love it. That's amazing.
So Tamu, thank you for joining us on the podcast. So glad to meet you and get to talk with you, and can't wait to get down there and try some of that barbecue. I've heard a lot about it. But I want to ask you, because a lot of people, they think barbecue is easy. They get out there on their backyard pit and they, throw a couple of sausage links on and a brisket, and they think, oh, this is easy. And I want you to speak a little more to that. I mean, obviously, you got, heavy briskets, you got a big quantity of briskets, but talk about how, the hard work of doing that and being consistent with the great product on the end.
First, it starts with me and the love that I have for it. You have to have a love for what it is that you're doing first. And when you have a love for something, you're going to go all out for what it is that you do. First, it's the buying power that when you going into when I'm talking to my reps and everything, I have to make sure that I'm getting a good quality of the brisket. I have to make sure of that first. If it's from the sausage, if it's from the ribs and all the meats that we sell, I have to make sure that what I'm bringing in raw is right. I have to make sure the seasoning is right. I have to make sure the wood is right. And I have to make sure that the pits stay clean. I have to make sure all that first. And then it's the everyday hard work that goes into it, the waking up, all hours of the day. Sometimes my day can start at 2 a.m. It can start at 3, it can start at 4, it can start at 5. And every now and then it can start, if I'm lucky, it start at 7 or 8. But to me, it's hard work. Everybody think that it's just, I want to go out there and I just want to throw some brisket on a pit. Yeah, you can just go throw some on there. But when you have that mentality that just want to throw some on there, you're going to just get whatever. But my thing is you have to have a passion and a love for it. And when you have that passion and love for it and you making sure everything is all clicking together, then that's the flavor, that's the taste and everything that's going to come out with what you put out. And it's hard work, man. It's sweat, tears. I've cried plenty of days. It's that 4 hours of sleep. It is. It's hard work, but I love it. I wouldn't change it for the world. I wouldn't change what I do.
I hear that.
So there's a part that we talked about earlier about the cleanliness. And barbecue can be very dirty, right?
Yes.
You're slinging around the coals and the wood and all that stuff. And people are very particular about the cleanliness of the place that they're going to eat. You have non-barbecue restaurants that kind of struggle. We've seen these on TV, Gordon Ramsay all over the place. But what systems did you put in place to consistently have a top cleanliness level barbecue restaurant with a lot of busy service going on?
I have to lead. And the team that with me, they see what I do and they have to follow that. And it all goes back to even when you was a child and your parents or grandmother tell you, we ain't cooking in no dirty kitchen.
Yeah.
You have to clean them dishes. Don't you go to sleep with them dishes all out. So when you're taught that, and then it just goes into what it is that you do. And because I eat the food, it has to be clean. And because that's the way that I'm going to present it out, I'm going to present that out to the customer. I'm going to present that out to the team, and I talk to them. And I let them know, hey, you eat this food as well, too. And I ask them, I say, just imagine that sink is dirty, that table is dirty, and you're going to feed that to your child. I see all y'all taking food out of here. So you're feeding that to your kid. You're eating that. You're sitting up in here. You're not washing your hands. Imagine me not washing your hands and I'm up here cutting the meat and I'm just handing it to you. You don't know where my hands been. So I talk to them like that, and I let them know that, the restaurant represent us and how we are as individuals. So if you go somewhere and it's sloppy and dirty, what is they going to say? We're sloppy and dirty. So they see me, even when I go to work every day, I have my uniform. I tell them about their uniforms. You come up in here, your hair is a hot mess. Your clothes look like you just rolled over. That's how you're going to perform. You're presenting yourself. You're not doing that for me. You're presenting yourself. So however you present yourself, that's what you're going to produce out. So when you see me, however I produce myself out, that's what you're going to get. So every day, I got to make sure that I have a clean pit room. I got to make sure the kitchen is clean. I got to make sure the dining room, the bathrooms, I have to make sure everything is clean.
I want to ask you something because I love a clean kitchen and I love a clean pit. But there's this myth in barbecue that like when you see these pits with all this build up and all of this stuff dripping and all that, there's this myth that that's flavor and all that's, what makes it taste. I say it's filth. What's your take on people not cleaning their pits?
Well, I try to explain things to where like people that's not in this, they can kind of understand. And just imagine cooking on your stovetop and that grease gets old and old. You can taste that in your food. It's not going to taste as fresh. And that is a myth that it can stay now you can taste that in that pit. You can taste that that gunk at the bottom. You can taste all that. So no, I wouldn't do it.
Me neither.
Each his own and what they do, but no. Mr. Stanley, he invested in the things so that way I keep the racks and everything stays clean. Every chance, every time they're dipped and cleaned, they're scrubbed out all the time. You can walk in that pit room at any time and that pit room is going to stay clean. Even when I walk in there, I'm like, oh no, I have to let's come up in, let's sweep this, let's get everything gone. Every time, after every round I cook, I'm scraping off them coats all the time. That wood, scraping it all up every time.
I love it.
You remind me of my father. He's a stickler about keeping things clean, and that was one of the things, like keeping that kitchen clean.
Mm-hmm.
He was a longshoreman. He's retired now, but like when I used to go work with him, we had to have our clothes pressed and ironed, even though we were going to get dirty. We still had to have our clothes pressed, ironed, and crisp.
Yes.
You spoke on some influences. You spoke on Stanley and your father being influences in barbecue. Did you have any other influences or any other people that kind of took you under their wing?
Just Mr. Stanley and my dad, and the guidance of God. I mean, giving me, I'm telling you, man, the guidance of God to give me the patience, the strength, the understanding, the wisdom. And that right there is the main thing that keeps me going. Because like I said, it's hard work. And sometimes it's, like I said, I've had many trials and errors in this. If I walk in there and a pit is not working, and I'm like, oh my God, like, what do I do if you find sap in the wood and you open that pit and you like, so all of that, so them are the three that I can say that pretty much inspired me to what I'm doing today.
So Tamu, let me ask you here. We here in the great state of Texas, this beef country,
Yes.
And everybody knows around here, brisket is king,
Yes.
but I want to talk about the others.
Okay.
And I know that you have, you got a special place with the side dishes. And so I want to talk about two in particular, and that is the collard greens and the sweet potato casserole. Talk me through how you make these dishes. And I'm taking notes.
Okay. Well, right now, our collard greens, we do not have those on the menu right now. We are looking to bring them back. We had to take them off because of the price of turkey. We do cook our collard greens with turkey. The seasonings that we put in there, and we saute the onions first. So the collard greens, they do not come out of a can or anything. Those are actually fresh collard greens. They're clean by us. And the turkey just got really expensive. So instead of us going up on the prices, which would have been doubled, we just didn't want to put that on the customers, especially in these trying times. So we just took them off, and hopefully one day we'll bring them back. On a sweet potato casserole, the sweet potato casserole is like your sweet potatoes. They're semi-mashed. And then we got the brown sugar, the butter, and we caramelize it on top with crushed almonds and pecans.
Oh, now, go on. You know, I'm glad to hear you say that about how you do your greens though, because I do it like that. You know, and I use turkey necks and turkey tails and, you know, smoked and, you know, that type of thing. And people look at me like, man, what you doing? And I'm like, it don't always have to be, you know, the pig. You can pull out this turkey. There's some good stuff too.
Exactly.
So yeah, and my, you know, my mother, man, she makes some great, you know, collard greens. But I remember when I made some for her, and I was in there sauteing onions and garlic, and she like, what you doing? About to make some greens. I said, boy, get off from my head. You don't know what you're doing. I'm like, man, that's some good stuff. You put that with that turkey. Yeah, I'm digging that. So I'm glad to hear that.
Hey, y'all making me hungry over here, man. That's for doggone sure.
Bruh, I know what I'm going to do this weekend.
Yeah, I might have to wash some greens.
Yeah, man. Dude, you can't beat some good collard greens and sweet potato casserole. Come on.
And like you were saying, I like turkey wings in my collard greens.
Me too. Yeah.
Yeah. And pro tip, when you're sauteing your onions and such, so I saute my onions and whatnot in bacon grease, but then I also, right before I get, you know, I put them turkey wings in that and saute them off in the onions and stuff as well. That's just the way I do it.
Actually, what I do with the turkey is I actually smoke the turkey.
Ooh, thank
So
God.
I actually put the turkey on a pit and I smoke them, and then I put them into the water and let the water get the flavor out of them. Then I take them and then I put the collard greens in there, and then I debone the turkey.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
and
how
you
we
putting
do
this
it
back
too.
on the menu when?
Well, maybe we can request a small pot when we make our trip down there. Yeah.
Let's do it. We'll pitch in.
Yeah.
I probably can get that for you.
Awesome. Look, we're going to take a quick break, y'all, pay a few bills. Y'all make sure y'all check out our sponsors and advertisers that work with us, y'all. They take care of us, so y'all take care of them. And I keep telling y'all, don't just sit here and watch some commercials. Get out there and buy something, man. We'll be right back.
We like you to meet Sweet Charlene, the barbecue seasoning created from family bonds that is low in sodium but high in flavor. It doesn't matter if you're a beginner or a seasoned pitmaster. Level up your barbecue game with this dry rub that has amazing taste and great color. Go to eddierightbarbecue.com right now and order your choice between the 6-ounce shaker bottle, the 16-ounce bag, or my favorite, the 32-ounce bag, and start rubbing your beef, pork, and poultry the right way.
All right, y'all, we're back. T, go ahead, take it away, bro.
In the pre-show, we talked about an event that you have coming up tomorrow, and we kind of touched on it a little bit about these different, this large amount of briskets that you do. So you've cooked nearly 3,000 pounds of brisket before?
No, actually, it was like dang near 10,000.
Good Lord.
Damn.
It
Come
was
on, man.
Please. I heard that, but it was, don't try to take that away from me.
Wow.
No. Speak on it.
Please speak on it. What did,
Dude,
please,
I
take
wanna hear
us
about
through
this
that,
process.
please.
Give it to me.
Yes.
What
we
is
want to hear it.
For real.
I was doing some
10,000.
I was doing some cooking. I was doing some cooking, man. It was the Final Four. This was the end of March, the beginning of April, and it was 4 days, and I did about 10,000 pounds.
A lot of pressure.
Did you get any sleep?
No. I'm telling you, man. That's what I say in this barbecue game. Everybody just think that it's just yeah. Nah, man, you don't get no sleep. You don't get no sleep. I remember, not to get off from Mr. T, but I remember, and with me being a woman, I remember as a kid, and you see all the ladies, and they're like, "Oh, what are them guys down there doing? They don't take that. They acting like they went in and had to go, cut the cow and all that." But now that I'm in this game, I actually, it really does take those 14, 16 hours.
Yes.
It actually do. And so at first, and that's what it was with me, I'm like, oh, how hard can it be? And then when I started seeing that 14, 16 hours, and that's when it really got serious for me. So with that, yes, I was on like a 2-hour sleep thing when I was doing that for the Final Four. But I love it. I had fun. I wouldn't change it.
Dude, I'm trying to figure out what's that even. I don't even think I've seen 10,000 pounds of brisket in one place.
That's a lot.
Dude, that's
a lot of brisket.
I can't even imagine that.
Insane.
That's a lot of brisket.
It is a lot. It's a lot of food. It's a lot that comes with it, and a lot of seasoning, a lot of preparation, because with the Big Bib, and I've said this on some of the things that I've done, the process that it takes before it even go on the pit. So just because the Final Four was 4 days, this is actually like almost a couple of weeks in process, because of the marination and everything that goes on into the brisket. Because I don't just shake the brisket and then let it sit for a couple hours or 5 hours, 6 hours, then put it on the pit, or I don't shake it and it just goes on the pit. This is actually a whole process that we do. It's shuck, and it's handled with care, and then they are back, and they're back in a box and wrapped, and then they go back into the cooler for 24 to 48 hours for the marination, to make sure that the seasoning is in there and get all in there. And before even that, it's the washing of all the briskets and everything, because sometimes people just take it out and they just go do whatever. No, we actually wash the briskets off. So it's a whole process that goes into that.
So where did you come up with your process for this? Because everybody's got their little way of how they do things. And I know you probably start, with this, and what you do today may not be where you started. So how did you come up with this process?
Well, like again, with Mr. Stanley, and going on his lead, and also seeing what my dad them did. You see people, they get their steaks, they get that, they put their seasonings and everything in them, they put them back into the cooler and let them sit, and they be out there talking and everything. Then they put them back on they go out there, get the meats, and they go put them on the pit. So that's where I pretty much got mine from, was from backyard cooking and from the leadership of Mr. Stanley. And I was like, dang, man, it actually do, because you can tell the difference. You can actually tell the difference from the marination and letting that seasoning actually get into the thickness of the meat, then versus then just hurrying up and shaking them and then just putting them on the pit. You can tell the difference in the taste. You can actually tell the difference.
Yeah. So Tamu, let me ask you this, because barbecue is predominantly dominated by men,
Yes.
right? And it's not a lot. Well, I mean, I don't want to be disrespectful. I know there's a lot of women in barbecue, but they don't really get the due. People don't get to see them. You know what I mean? And so, and I know you've got you talk. You've got a great sense of pride in what you do. We can see that, we can hear it. It's not a gimmick or whatever. So I want to know, when you're there doing your thing at the restaurant and, whatever, do you see little girls come into the restaurant and eat, and are they in awe? And if so, what would you say to kind of get more females into barbecue?
Actually, I've been to a couple of schools here in San Antonio. On career day, I actually had teachers from different schools come into the Big Bib and ask me if I can go speak. at some of the schools, and I did. But the advice that I give to young ladies is don't let nobody stop what it is that you're doing. Because even for me, at one time somebody did say, and it was a guy that did say that I didn't know what I was doing. She's not cooking no real barbecue. I'm like, okay. And if I would allow that to get in here, then that probably would have shut me down. But I didn't. I was just too strong-willed for it. But to young ladies, my number one thing is follow this. You can't worry about what nobody else said. You can't go on what them naysayers say. Follow your dreams. And yeah, you're gonna have them out there. Of course you are. You're gonna have people that's gonna say things. Even as men, I'm for sure y'all do. But you have to just continue to follow what it is that you're doing, and don't let nobody stop you. Nobody.
So at Big Bib, you started as the cashier. You're
Yes.
pitmaster and general manager. So you're pretty much a historian on Big Bib, right?
Yes.
Tell us the origin and how you grew to 2 locations right now.
Well, I'll say what the year 2000 when Mr. Stanley started everything, he went to a small little place. After when he was at the car wash, he went to a small place, and then he came into the Lanark location, and where we at 2 years later. So we've been at this location 14 years. And so with all the work and everything and how we got up to the New Braunfels location, another barbecue place wanted to sell theirs. And Miss Stanley was looking into opening up another location, and the price was right. And that's how we got into the New Braunfels. That's how we went to the New Braunfels location, because we was already, Miss Stanley was already looking into opening up another location, but that location came here was at a really good price. And then also too, with all the customers and everything supporting us and supporting what it is that we do. And they was looking for us. Hey, could y'all come here? Could y'all come there? So that's where the expansion and everything is coming from.
Were there any challenges when expanding? Because sometimes you hear about these right? Tell us about that.
There were some challenges there with hiring, and especially when we went up to the New Braunfels location, we were supposed to open up. I don't know the exact year, but it was the year when COVID first came, and that was the biggest challenge. But the one thing, I'm not going to get too in depth with it because I don't want to, my thing is not to speak bad on anything, especially with nobody. But COVID did happen, but it helped us out in getting that store together, because it was a barbecue place, but the Big Bib had to go up there, and we had to, it was a lot of work that had to go into that. It was a lot of cleaning, especially with trying to also do the San Antonio location as well. With COVID, nobody was able to come in. We had to do curbside, something that we've never done. I've never been in a pandemic like this before in my life. So it was a lot of challenges. I mean, I had even, I've caught COVID as well. And it was a lot that was just going on at that time. So it was a lot of trial and error that was in there. Also trying to get with permits. Like, we was okay with permits, but with the city being closed and everything, all that took time as well too. So a lot of that, it was hard for us.
I imagine.
It was really hard.
Yeah.
But once COVID was over and everybody was coming all out. We were able to get it open. And that was, as a matter of fact, October the 1st will be 3 years.
All right.
Yes.
So what I want to know is, how do you balance being a general manager and a pitmaster? How do you balance the business side and the barbecue side?
Keeping my mental right. I have to keep my mental right to balance that out, because it's trying to handle employees, trying to handle customers, and trying to handle the product of being on the pit. And then it's also when you have your vendors. I have to make sure everything, and that's where it all starts. I have to make sure everything that comes in that door is right. And even now, that's even challenging right now. I mean, before COVID, it was not as much as a challenge like it is now, because sometimes some things is not right, and you have to be on that phone like, hey, this is not looking right. Even with the paper goods pricing, you have to stay on that all the time, because things go up 50 cents, go up $1, go up $10, $20.
Yes.
So you have to make sure on that end first. Then when the product comes in, you have to make sure that everything is getting shucked right. You have to make sure everything is, we're following our procedures, our protocol, we following everything. Then when you have your employees, and I have to go into the employees and making sure that they're right. Because I don't know if y'all, with being business owners, I'm for sure, you have to deal with them, because sometimes they bring their problems into the bib, and you got to handle that. Sometimes you get call-ins. And in this business, with Mr. Stanley just being by himself, he don't have no partners or anything or nothing like that. So you don't have 15 stores running around here where you can go pick, hey, could y'all come and work over here? Could you come and work over there? Somebody calls in, I'm still a cashier. I'm still a cutter. I'm still an expediter. I still wipe tables. I still wash dishes. I'm in the kitchen. I'm everywhere. So the number one thing for me to keep all this together is keeping my mental right. And that's how I'm able to keep everything together. And that's working on my mental every single day. Just asking for the guidance of God, and just making sure that I'm keeping everything all together, and a little Jack Daniels with that too.
Amen.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Hey.
Cheers to that. Cheers to that.
Too bad I ain't got one, because when I leave here, like I said, I still got the Alamo Dome to do, but I'll feel drink so much.
So Tamu, I want to ask you, as Brandon pointed out in the intro, you've been featured in the local media, and I'm curious, what type of effect has that media coverage had on the business?
It's brought a lot of new customers into the Big Bib, so it had a big effect. And not only am I thankful and grateful, Mr. Stanley is too. The Big Bib is thankful and grateful, because it's brought a lot of new people into the Big Bib. It has also taught me to pretty much put a smile, kind of humbling myself, learning to talk a lot more, because I didn't talk as much as I'm talking now, but I wasn't as talkative, but it has taught me a lot as well too. So I'm really thankful. So it has helped the business a lot.
Okay, so tell you what, I want to back up a little bit.
Okay.
We talking the whole business side. Let's just go straight talking cooking for a minute. Because so many people, everybody looks at the mecca of barbecue cooking as the brisket.
Mhm.
And so I'm just curious, how is your process of cooking brisket at the restaurant different than what you would do at home? And what advice would you give people that want to learn how to make brisket?
First, because I get this question a lot, and I tell them to first find what seasonings that you like and find your wood that you like. You don't have to do what everybody does. Just like I'm more of oak and mesquite, and I show them that hey, make sure that it's balanced. Don't put too much mesquite in there. And some of them, I just tell them like with the marination, they don't have to do what I do, but I try to help them out like with marination, wood. I don't do a lot. A lot of people ask me about apple wood. They ask me about certain woods, and I don't cook with those. But I just tell them if that's something that they do, don't try not to overpower it with, because they still want to taste the meat. You want to taste the flavor that you actually put in there. So that's why with me using mesquite, I try not to overpower it with mesquite. So the difference is just massive cooking and what I do. Like the pit room that I have is for massive cooking. So when I try to go back to trying to cook like 1 or 2 briskets, it's a little hard for me now. It is. It's a little hard for me now to try to go back into like 1 or 2 briskets.
So you go make 1 or 2 and you kind of like, that's it? I mean, what?
No.
It's light work.
Yeah.
You know what? Because I can't be, I try not to take from what people are doing. It's just hard for me because now it's almost like being on a train that's going so fast. And then you're asking me to slow down.
Definitely. I get you on that.
That's pretty much what it is to, so if I was at home and I do get like the family members like, hey, Tamu, you can smoke 1 brisket. I'm like, maybe I may burn that 1 brisket up. I'm like, no, y'all won't be doing that. I'd probably burn that bad boy up. So no. And I don't have a lot of time at home to actually cook like 1 brisket because a lot of my time is spent at the Big Bib.
I hear you.
That 14, 16 hours. So when I get that 4 hours of sleep, that's 4 hours of sleep. When I'm off, no, I ain't smoking no.
No, that's right.
I hear you.
You know what? One day is my day, and I have to enjoy that day.
You got to keep the mental straight.
That's right. I keep my mental straight. I get a massage every Sunday.
Hey,
they got a massage, all this.
Right. So we've been talking about cooking all these massive quantities of meat, and we have not given the pit its shine yet. What are you cooking on?
I do. I use the Southern Pride. I do. I have a 1400, and I have 4 500s.
Wow.
Was it 4? 5 of them, I think. Yes, 5 of them. But I can still operate old school.
Okay.
Like
so we're gonna get a good tour of the pit room when we come down there, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. And we're gonna have some collard greens and some sweet potato casserole, right? Hey, I had to throw that in there now.
Yes. You just have to let me know so that I can get some on the stove for you. But yes. But we also do like the baby back ribs and everything. All that is just not only the briskets. It's we cook 7 meats. I actually cook 7 meats every day. So the baby back ribs, we do a premium baby back rib. We don't do No disrespect. I don't want nobody coming after me with that. Like, what's wrong with Louis ribs and what's wrong with spare ribs? There's nothing wrong with it. This is just what the Big Bib use. We use baby back ribs. We do split chicken, the chicken halves, which is the whole breast, wing, thigh, and leg. And we do mild sausage, jalapeno sausage, turkey. We do a smoked turkey breast, skinless. And then I do rib tips.
And your sausage is made in-house?
No, but it is, it's our blender.
Oh, got you.
Yeah. We're going to hit that. Tamu, we're going to do a quick lightning round. I got 4 questions I'm going to shoot to you. And they should be really simple, but if you need to expound, you come on with it. The first one, what is your favorite cut to cook for yourself versus for service?
Brisket always.
Awesome. One tool that you can't live without in the pit room.
What was that again?
One tool that you can't live without in the pit room.
The wood, and you need the smokers. But if it was just one of them, it's the wood.
Gotcha. What song keeps you going on an early morning or a very long cook?
Nipsey Hussle. On my grind.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Talk about it.
I mean, I jam that all the time. And then 50 Cents, I'm the Man.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
You coming out. You trying to get geeked.
Yeah. Gotta get hype.
That train, you can't slow it down. So I have to
Man.
keep this adrenaline going.
Don't walk up on you. You might get punched.
She said, many men.
Right. And last one, what is the most underrated side at the Big Bib?
Dang, do we have
I love it. Talk
Yeah,
that talk,
yeah,
Tambo. Talk that talk.
Everything's fire.
She said, what you talking about?
Yes.
Ain't nothing underrated.
I'm gonna
So
tell
everything is world renowned.
you, if I don't have that confidence, man, why am I even here?
That's right.
Hey, I hear that.
There it is. I mean,
You got me ready to go cook some, god dang it.
it may not be for everybody, but man, say it's for enough.
There it is.
Hey.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hear that.
That's what I'm talking about.
There it is.
I want to sneak one last quick question in there.
Okay.
When you're not eating barbecue, what are you gonna be eating?
What do I eat?
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, I love crab legs. Shrimp is I like shrimp as well. But my favorite is when I was young, my dad used to make it, so my sister makes it for me now. I don't get it as much, but it's roast beef. And when she put it in either the oven or crock pot, and the gravy,
Yeah.
then you put it on a bed of rice or mashed potatoes.
Yes,
Now
indeed.
that's now that right there is my favorite meal. But I also like crab legs and shrimp and stuff. But my favorite is I know.
Hey, that'll go good on some collard greens too.
I'm not proud of the bougie eating or anything, no disrespect to it, but I mean I'm more
comfort food type stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I feel like food is family. Food is comfort. It's family. Love.
Food is love.
Yeah.
Yes. Food is love.
I had to ask that because many of us, we cook a lot of barbecue, for hours and hours a day, and by the time we finish, we don't want to eat it. I'm that way. I want to go eat. Man, go give me a little turkey sandwich or a bowl of cereal or something.
Some Chinese food.
I haven't gotten there yet, but man, I'm every day. Like I say, if I don't eat it, man, I won't serve it. It's every day.
Yeah.
I eat it in moderations, like here that but I love it. And I don't know, just when I think of barbecue, man, I think of
And look at your face. Your face is lighting up.
That's right.
I think of family. I think of love. I just think of a good time. Because when I was a kid, man, we didn't, I come from the mud. I do. And a lot of times, we didn't have anything. So my dad would just put a little something on the pit because we'll be out there playing. I was a kid. I played a lot. And when I see my dad out there, it was like I said, it was me, my cousins, and everybody, and we just played. So when I think of barbecue, man, that's all I think of is love and family, get-togethers, and that's what I think about. It's amazing.
Awesome.
And Jack Daniels.
Yes, absolutely,
of course.
But we've had a lot of guests, and one of the things we've realized is Black folk got to bring back the cookout. It's like we've gotten away from that.
Yeah.
But like you said, all of those things that it invokes, family and love and just camaraderie and community. And
yes.
Tell the folks why they need to bring the cookout back.
Because it takes you back to when you was a child, even when you was, even if you didn't eat at the table, how your parents made you eat at the table, y'all all had to eat together. Mm-hmm. And then now when you older, it's like, oh man, remember when we was young and we all had to eat together, even when you were sitting at home and you're not even at the table, somebody's sitting on the car, somebody laying on the floor, somebody's over here doing something, but y'all all together. It brings a togetherness. You got to bring that family unity back together. You have to sit at that table and you got to talk. You have to, hey, how was your day today? And you just don't know how far that will go when you're in a comfort of food and you're in a comfort of together, because you're eating and you're tasting how good the food is. So if somebody say something crazy, you be like, hey, what was that again? Something may fly by because the food was good. But it's just a togetherness. And that's what food brings. And that's what families have to go back to, is a togetherness. And somewhere we lost that, but I have faith that it can all come back together if they see, like you guys talking about that, and it's going to get out there. It will. It will.
I agree.
You just got to pushing it out there.
Yeah.
I agree. And I can't wait for it to happen.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, look, y'all, we up against the clock here. It has been an absolute blast, and
went too fast.
I mean, it absolutely flew by. So we're gonna have to have you back on, Tamu, and we are. I'm glad you did, and we are gonna get down there and see you soon.
Yes,
y'all gotta come see me. Just let me know when y'all are coming in so that I can get the collard greens.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Absolutely. We definitely will. So tell the folks where they can find you and where they can find out info about the Big Bib.
We're the Big Bib Barbecue. We're in San Antonio, Texas. I'm mainly at the 104 Lanark location. And the other location is 508 Landa, New Braunfels, Texas. And so come on in and come see us. We're open on Tuesdays and Saturday, Tuesday through Saturday from 11 to 7. Sunday, we're 12 to 5. We're closed on Mondays. And come see us. You deserve to eat this good.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Do you have any personal social medias or anything you want to shoot to folks?
We're the Instagram, the Big Bib, Facebook.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think that's where we're at. And we have live. Oh, we also do live music.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, that's my type of party.
What y'all be playing?
Y'all have to go on the Big Bib. Right now, our website is down right now because we're redoing our website, but it will be back up probably in about a week, hopefully in a couple of days, but we're going to give it a week. We do nationally known jazz artists at the Big Bib.
Okay.
Them in.
Right.
Yes.
Like that.
And we have those normally it's either on a Friday or a Saturday. You just have to look for the the shows on there. On Tuesdays, that's what we're doing down there at the Big Bib right now. We do live music. That's a local artist that goes in there, and it's mostly like jazz, blues. That's from 7 to 10. So yeah,
It's a
y'all.
whole vibe. Yeah.
Yeah, we
Blues
got
Blues
a
and barbecue.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
We did get a poetry
bourbon.
slam in there.
That's good stuff. That good stuff. Charlie, tell the folks where they can find you, brother.
Everywhere you see the name Charlie Maverick. I'm bringing back Maverick Barbecue as well because that got lost in the sauce, but find me on the Patreon as well. Y'all good people, find me on the Patreon where we have a lot of exclusive content. You hear about that a little later. But yeah, man, I'm in the comments lurking somewhere. I might might say something funny, might say something stupid. You never know.
T, tell the folks where they can find you, bro.
You can find me at tdub.bbq on all the socials, tdub-bbq on YouTube. And if you're into poetry, the Brown Sugar Cafe on all socials. And season 5, I guess by the time this airs, season 5 of the Brown Sugar Cafe podcast will be back. So thank you all for bearing with me. I'm coming in kind of slow, but hey, man, we'll be back. And also, you can, if you're into poetry, my latest book, Paint is Not Only Paintbrush, is available on my website, thebrownsugarcafe.blog.
My man. Al, lay it on the good people, bro.
Yes, sir. You can find me on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, The Dogfathers BBQ. That's DAWGFATHAS BBQ. And you will also be able to find me down in San Antonio at the Big Bib, elbows deep in some collard greens and sweet potato casserole. Come on, Brandon. Come join me, brother.
I'll be right there with you, elbow to elbow, brother.
And we're going to bring a bottle of Jack.
That's right. That's right. We have to bring that single barrel down there.
Yes.
Where can we find you at, Brandon?
Brother, y'all can find me everywhere all over God's good internets, except for that pit of hell known as Twitter, X, whatever it is. Do not do that. But everywhere else, look for BKC Cooks, and you will find me and this luxurious Maine all over the place, all up in your face. You can also find me on the Pit Boss YouTube channel. Look for the Backyard Bosses playlist. I am one of the Backyard Bosses and ambassadors for Pit Boss Grills. So doing some good stuff over there for them, y'all. So make sure y'all get over there and check us out. I think you can find Al over there, too, from time to time.
I lurk over there, from here to there. There's a little playlist over there called, what's the name?
That man got his own show, Tamu. Don't let him fool you. He got his own show over there. I just get featured. You understand?
Hey, but it's
how you say, B, he got his own money?
Boulevard.
That bro, he got his own money.
I don't know about all that.
I do. Look, y'all, we want to thank our guest Tamu again for hanging out with us. We had an amazing time. And again, we do want to get you back on here again, sis. Yeah. We had an amazing time. Everybody, make sure you subscribe right here to the Black Smoke Barbecue YouTube channel. Look for us wherever you get your podcasts, and get over to Patreon, get your membership, check out all the exclusive, including Black Smoke After Dark, y'all. We get a little ignorant over there. Keep telling y'all we have a whole lot of fun.
Wait. We get what? Ignorant. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Really?
Yes, sir. Yeah, don't bring your kids over to Black Smoke After Dark. That's grown folks.
This ain't Chuck E.
stuff,
Cheese.
No, sir.
Not at all. Not at all. Listen here, y'all. This is Black Smoke Barbecue, and we're out.
Peace.
Peace.